Salut tout le monde, c'est Félix Séraphin. On se retrouve pour un nouvel épisode de Dragon Age Inquisition. Donc là, dans l'épisode précédent, on a à la fois terminé le DLC appelé La Descente et entamé une quête principale. Où en gros, on est dans une région appelée les Terres Sauvages d'Arbor, où Corypheus ch- cherche à entrer dans un temple elfique et y trouver un éluvian, un miroir magique elfique qui lui permettrait d'entrer dans l'immatériel physiquement pour devenir ainsi, comme il le souhaite, un dieu. Voilà. Et donc, faut qu'on l'en empêche. Si ce n'est qu'on doit affronter sur notre route ces sbires, notamment les Templiers Rouges. Et sur la route, on a affronté non seulement des Templiers Rouges, mais aussi des elfes qui semblent garder ce temple. Ah, il y en a encore un. Attendez, avant d'y aller, je vais voir ce qu'il y a par ici. Tiens, un campement avec des Templiers Rouges. Bon. Bien, il y a des notes ici. Alors, à tous les capitaines des Templiers Rouges, nous ne nous arrêterons pas pour nous occuper de ces elfes fanatiques. Poursuivez votre route, postez davantage de gardes et démantelez les embuscades au fur et à mesure. Nous avons pour seule mission de trouver le temple de Mythal. Lorsque je serai devenu l'hôte, notre maître pourra enfin obtenir le pouvoir qu'il attend. Aucun elfe, aucune cité, aucune nation ne seront à la hauteur d'un dieu vivant. C'est pour ce jour que nous versons notre sang. L'Inquisition et les Orlésiens sont à nos trousses, et vous avez sacrifié bien plus que ce que l'on aurait pu raisonnablement vous demander. Mais si nous échouons ici, vos frères et sœurs seront morts en vain. Je ne le permettrai pas, je sais que vous non plus. Pour la gloire de notre ancien général Samson. Ok. Donc pour la résumer vite fait, Mythal apparemment c'est une déesse elfique. Voilà. Et apparemment le temple que Corypheus cherche est dédié à cette Mythal. Là, voilà d'autres Templiers rouges qui sont en train d'affronter nos soldats. Tiens. Voilà. Tiens. De vieilles écritures elfiques. Bon, allez, maintenant, on continue. Bon, je suis déjà passé par là tout à l'heure, la flemme d'y retourner. Oula, des behemoths templiers. Bon, faut qu'on continue par là. Qu'on atteigne le dernier barrage. Tiens, bah voilà déjà. Attendez, déjà je chope ce qu'il y a ici. Alors déjà, je regarde ce qu'il y a par ici. Oula. Tiens, c'est l'Eliana qui s'est également joint à la mêlée. Oula, voilà d'autres Templiers rouges. Bon, j'ai la flemme d'affronter celui-là. Allez, maintenant, on continue. Donc là, il faut qu'on affronte à la fois les Templiers rouges et les gardes des ombres et deux trois gardes des ombres qui se sont retrouvés sous l'emprise de Corypheus. Et maintenant, on s'est débarrassé de ceux qui nous barraient la route. Faut qu'on aille ici.
There. That must be the Temple of Mythal.
Be ready. Corypheus will be there.
I hear fighting ahead.
Ouais, ça bastonne au loin.
Namelana Sabanalet.
They still think to fight us, Master.
Voilà Corypheus.
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows.
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
Oula. Ah d'accord, bah Corypheus, il vient d'exploser. dégueu.
It cannot be.
Across the bridge, now!
Ah, c'est son dragon. C'était limite. Donc là, on a réussi à entrer dans le temple de Mythal. Et visiblement, Corypheus, il est, il peut transférer son âme dans le corps d'un garde des ombres pour renaître dans un nouveau corps. Ok, ok.
At last, Mathal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
So, you want to explain why Corypheus said he was here for some well of sorrows and not an alluvion?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
En fait, elle s'est gourée.
You're not certain? You said you knew what he was looking for.
Confidence can carry one only so far, it seems.
I suspected. I did not know. Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do. I want to know how Corypheus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
So that's how the bastard survived, Hawk.
For once, I'm relieved I'm not really a warden.
We'll find a way to stop him once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey Wardens are able to slay them. Yet Corypheus, they locked away. Perhaps they knew he could do this, but not how. Yes?
Là, on va pouvoir taper un peu la causette avec elle.
Are you certain Corypheus is using the power of the Blight to make himself immortal?
Perhaps you forget. I was in Ferelden during the Fifth Blight. I have seen a true archdemon rage. How Corypheus gained the power to send his soul into blighted bodies, that is the real question.
Will answering that question let us destroy Corypheus for good?
Perhaps. I would suggest first dealing with the well. If Corypheus obtains it, any chance of success could be lost.
Do you know what this part of the temple was used for?
The room we stand in is a vestibule, not the temple proper. To those who knew it, perhaps this ritual was little more than a polite knock at the gate. These customs must have been as familiar to ancient elves as bowing to a queen is to you or I.
I find it difficult to picture you curtsying to anyone.
Have we become so familiar you can predict my manners and customs now? Nothing is lost by indulging in the occasional civilized conduct, particularly when unexpected.
You said this Mythal was worshipped as a goddess.
So one assumes. What is a god but a being of immense power? The dread old gods were nothing more than dragons, after all. They rise as archdemons, and they die. Perhaps Mathal was a powerful elf, a ruler among her kind. History often plays storyteller with facts.
You admit lack of knowledge, and yet dismiss her so readily?
I do not dismiss her. I question her supposed divinity. One need not be a god to have value. Truthfully, I'm uncertain Mathal was even a single entity. The accounts are varied.
There are varied accounts of Mythal.
In most stories, Mathal rights wrongs while exercising motherly kindness. Let fly your voice to Mathal, deliverer of justice, protector of sun and earth alike. Other paint her as dark, vengeful. Pray to Mathal and she would smite your enemies, leaving them in agony.
More Dalish tales, I assume.
Ah, Solas a l'air bien informé.
If you know more about this, Solus, speak.
The oldest accounts say Mathal was both of these, and neither. She was the mother, protective and fierce. That is all I will say. This is not a place to stir up old stories.
Whatever the truth, all accounts of Mathal end the same. Exiled to the beyond with her brethren.
What do you mean, exiled?
Tricked by the Dread Wolf, as all the elven gods were said to be, trapped in a land beyond the Fade. Many Dalish believe this is why the elves fell from grace, and their gods did not save them. Or perhaps they were simply rulers slain by Tevinter. Who can say?
You've seen the elves here. They seem odd.
Indeed. Two things are possible. One, this is a group of Dalish separated from their brethren, cultists, fanatic in their desire to keep humans away. Two, these are elves descended from the ancients, having resided here since before the fall of Alathan. The second appears unlikely, but if true, the implications are astounding.
If they keep records, it could change everything we thought we knew about history.
'Tis thrilling, no? To discover an era thought lost forever has possibly thrived in the shadows. We may, however, find these elves reluctant to part with their long-kept secrets.
Bon, allez, on continue. Oula, il y a les Templiers rouges qui sont morts.
See, the Red Templars have already encountered the temple's guardians.
Those elves lay an impressive ambush. Where are they?
Preparing another display of hospitality, no doubt.
Une statue de Fénarel, le loup implacable. Alors, le dieu rebelle. Bon, j'ai la flemme de lire.
Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the Dread Wolf, Fen-Harel. In elven tales, he tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time. Setting Fen-Harel in Mathal's greatest sanctum is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the chantry.
My clan set statues of the Dread Wolf outside our camp. They're meant to frighten harmful spirits.
Perhaps. I thought the ancient elves above quaint superstitions.
For all your knowledge, Lady Morrigan, you cannot resist giving legend the weight of history. The wise do not mistake one for the other.
Pray tell, what meaning does our elven expert sense lurking behind this?
None we can discern by staring at it.
Tiens, je vais lui dire ça.
You two look like you're about to kiss when you argue.
It's time we pressed forward.
Agreed.
Bon, allez, maintenant, on va ouvrir cette porte.
It's sealed.
Corypheus's lackeys managed to open it. Perhaps the altar holds a clue.
Ah, d'accord, je crois savoir. C'est ici que je dois accomplir un rituel pour ouvrir la porte.
It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Ancient Elven. I can't make out much.
Atishol vir Abalasan. It means enter the path of the Well of Sorrows.
There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shiven. Shivenen. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
We're out of luck unless one of those temple elves drops a lexicon.
Supplicants to Mathal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
So, good Andrastians, we offer a prayer to elven gods.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back.
Ok, quand je marche sur ces dalles, ça les fait briller. Et en gros, faut que je les fasse toutes briller pour pouvoir ouvrir la porte là-haut.
Let us see what awaits.
Allez, on ouvre. Oula.
Hold them off!
Ah, des Templiers rouges. Bon bah va falloir s'en débarrasser. Ça y est.
Come on, we might catch them.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
You've an army dying out there, Inquisitor. We're wasting time fiddling with this magic. If jumping down will get us out faster, we should do it.
In this case, I must agree with the witch. This is ancient ground, deserving of our respect.
You see the urgency? We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
You're very eager to reach our destination.
Are we not all eager to stop Corypheus from achieving his mad plan?
It sounds like what you want is that well.
There is a danger to the natural order. Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
Oula, on dirait qu'elle nous a menti.
You barely know what the Well of Sorrows is, but you want to restore it.
Yes. Is Thedas so full of wonders that we should leave them to die one by one? Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
What exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferably vague. The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
What sort of curse should we brace ourselves for if we use the well?
'Twould be easier by far to advise you of a curse. This price is not so well defined. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
Bon. Eh bien, je vais... Sur ce, je...
These rituals, Inquisitor? Think carefully. There is no return once we leap after the Templars.
Bon, sur ce, je vais garder la suite pour le prochain épisode. Allez, à bientôt tout le monde!